Hey everyone, my name's Kathy. I go by Ginger Marvin on Instagram and YouTube. I have another thrift haul for you guys today, so if you watched my last video, thanks so much. I'm filming these back to back, so if you're wondering why I have the same shirt on again, that is why. So yeah, if you are new here, I am a full-time reseller, which means I buy things at thrift stores, garage sales, stuff like that, and I sell them on the internet for profit on places like eBay, Poshmark, Kidizen, and Mercari. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in and show you what I got. The last haul video I did was only shoes. This one is a lot of shoes, mostly shoes, but I do have a small pile of clothes, so we'll start with that. And yeah, I'll just kind of let you know what I picked up and what I plan to sell it for on those apps. So, alright, first up, this is just some Batman swim trunks. 3T, new with tag. Nothing special about these. They're not a cool brand or anything, but I only picked them up because they were $1 and they were new with tag. So worst case scenario, I sell these at my local consignment sale that happens twice a year, and sell them for like $5.50 there. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to list them online, probably for $12 shipped or so. So again, not a huge profit, but I love picking up this kind of stuff all day long and making $5 to $7 off it. So alright, next up we got some Corona Extra swim trunks. I just thought these were kind of funny for the time that we're in. So I've been watching Part-Time Pickers for a while on YouTube, and he's been selling off these Corona Extra visors. So when I saw these, it reminded me of that, and his visors have been selling, so I figured might as well take a chance on these. They are a men's size medium, and yeah, I'm hoping to get 20 to 25 shipped on them. Alright. This is the brand Logo by Laurie Goldstein. Just a pink sleeveless cardigan. It's like a long length, and it's, I don't know if the bottom kind of goes like an oval, a circle, a half circle, one of those shapes. So yeah, it's a women's size small, although it looks pretty oversized, and it's a really nice breathable material. So I picked up like 2 or 3 Logo items a week or 2 ago, and they all sold off in a day of being listed. So when I saw this, I figured might as well give it another shot. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'll get at least $20 shipped on it, but might list it a little higher to begin with. Alright, next up, so these are kind of the same. These are 2 men's Roundtree in York, which again, this is not a normal brand I picked up, but I picked these up because they were, again, new with tag and super cheap. So I may list them as a lot, or I may list them separately. I'm not sure yet, but we got a blue pair and a gray pair. They're both size 36, new with tag, and they're like a stretch, like kind of like a golf short material. So I think I can get probably $18 to $20 shipped on each of them, or maybe if I sell them as a pair, maybe $25 plus the shipping. So yeah, I pick that stuff up again all day long. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea to pick up the bread and butter brands, but that's kind of what we live off of. So alright, this, I just thought this was cool. The brand is Majestic. It's San Francisco Giants, like toddler 3T windbreaker. I don't know if it's vintage. I don't think it's vintage, but when I first picked it up, I thought it was. But it's just a really cool jacket. I think I can get about 25 shipped on it. Alright, next up, this is a J. Crew sweater, and honestly, I think I found this in the men's section, so I'm honestly not sure if this is men's or women's. It is new with tag, although when I was looking at the tag today to try to figure out if it was men or women's, it says the color is plum, which this color to me looks tan and white stripes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little more research before I list this to figure out if it's men's or women's, but otherwise, either way, it'll sell. It's just 100% cotton, so not wool or anything that would make it sell for more, but I can probably get at least $25 out of that. Alright, this is just something I picked up because I love Harry Potter. It's nothing special, it's just Harry Potter tee, size medium. It says Counter Curse, and yeah. So probably get around $15 shipped on that. Alright, next up, these are some men's Quicksilver Amphibian board shorts, camo print, size 40. Camo always does well for me. That's why I picked these up. And I think I'll get about $25 shipped on them. I love selling the bigger sizes I really like selling menswear way better than women's, just because men are less picky and their sizing is pretty uniform across brands, whereas women's is definitely not. So, alright, next up, this is the brand, new to me brand. I don't even know how you say it. It's spelled R-H-O-N-E. I think it's like Roan, but it's a men's 2X polo. So the only reason I grabbed this is because, well, when I touched it on the rack, I could just feel like it's better than a normal shirt. Then I opened up the material tag, so that's normally what I do. And yeah, it just looked like a nice shirt. It had like some cool detailing on the side here, so yeah, I can't find it. But anyways, so I always look something up if it's new to me, even if it's worthless or worth not picking up. At least I know that by looking it up. So I looked it up. I think it's been like a week now, but I think it was like around $30 shipped that I can get for this. So excited to try it out. I love trying out new brands. So I will report back. If you're not already subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can see when that sells and all this other stuff. Alright, next up, this is just a Carhartt onesie. It says Future Hunter. Carhartt always does well for me. Being that this is just a little onesie, it's not going to sell for a ton, maybe $12 shipped. I'd be happy with that. Excuse me. But yeah, the jackets, the pants, the overalls do really well, whether they be kids or adults. Alright, next up, this is the brand Jesse James, and it's a West Coast Choppers Pearl Snap shirt. So I recently sold a West Coast Choppers, just like a long sleeve tee, for like $40. So if I could get anywhere close to that for this, I'd be super happy. This is just an XL. That other one I sold was a 3X, which I definitely think made it worth more, although that other one was a t-shirt, and this is a button down with the pearl snaps and like a big logo on the back. So I thought this was cool. There's definitely a market for this kind of stuff, so I'm thinking I can get at least at very least $30 shipped on that. Alright, next up, this is another J. Crew item, and it's also new at tag, and it's a size TXL, so I'm thinking tall extra large. But yeah, it's just like a lacy collar. I don't even know if you'd call it a collar. What is this called? Does anyone know? Tell me below if you know. But yeah. Alright, next up, this is the brand Milk Barn. If you've been following me a while, you've probably heard me talk about this. It's one of the kids brands I like to sell. It's 100% organic cotton, and they always have really cute prints. So this is just a little baby romper, sleeper, size 3 to 6 month, and it'll probably sell around $20 shipped. Right, again, this is just an item I picked up because it was new at tags. I've never heard of the brand. It's called Truth Substance. So it's a men's 38, and it's black, but when you look at it up close, it's like tiny little square print. So yeah, I don't know, probably not a ton. If I can get $15 plus shipping, I'd be super happy. Even if these sell for $10 plus shipping, it's worth it for me. So alright, so that was it for the clothes. On to the shoes. We got some women's Crocs. Well, these can be unisex. So women's 10, 11, or men's 8, 9 is what size these are. These are dirty. I'm going to toss them in the washing machine. That's what I do with all of the Crocs that need cleaning. I don't hand scrub them or anything. All I do is spray some like OxyClean or Shout on them and toss them in with some towels, and they come out sparkly clean. For the most part. If the dirt set in, then they won't. But those ones, it's just like some surface dirt. Alright, next up, these are some Adidas Cloud Foam kid shoes. So I bought these with my own kids in mind, figuring that they can use these to play around in. These are size 11, which my son is moving into soon, so they're a little dirty. Yeah, they have some stains on them, so I'm going to wash them in the washing machine again. And if the stains do not come out, I'll keep them for my kids. If they do come out, I'll probably just list them, just because I'd rather have money than more shoes for my kids. But I do like buying cheap shoes for my kids to play in. That way I don't care if they mess them up. Whereas if I buy them a $30 to $40 pair of shoes, then I'll be a little more sad if they mess them up. Alright, next up, these are some Skechers Shape Ups. These are women's sandals, size 7. I guess I have sold a pair of sandals. I sold Skechers Shape Ups many times, but usually the sneakers. I think I've sold one pair of sandals around 35 to 40 shipped. Those ones were like a leather though. These are just like canvas, Velcro. So if I can get 30 shipped out of these, that'd be great. So that's what I'm hoping for. I might list them closer to 40 and see what happens. Okay, next up, these are just some women's Asics. Size 8.5, and I just really liked the color on these. Black and white always is a classic color, and then I don't know if you can see, but there's a pretty print on the logo, not logo, but whatever you'd call that on the side. So I just thought these were nice, and the tread on the bottom still really good. So I can probably get about 35 to 40 shipped on them. Alright, next up, these are some UGG Coolabara, don't know how you say that, by UGG. They're just some stacked heel, open toe slide sandals. The Coolabara, or whatever that word is, these are the lower end line of UGG, so obviously retailed less, but these are in like super good shape. They don't even look like they've been worn. I do remember looking up comps on these, however it's been a couple weeks. They've been sitting in the corner of my office here, so I think these were gonna sell for like 40 bucks at least, so the comps looked good. We'll see what happens. They're women's size 10, so really good size. Alright, these are really funny shoes. You're probably going to laugh when you see them, but I never heard of these until I started watching other resellers on YouTube, and I've heard a few people mention them, so this is my first time finding them in real life. But they are some Z coils, so you can see that like spring there. I really have no clue what these shoes are meant for. I haven't looked them up or anything yet either, so I don't even know what they'll sell for, but they were cheap enough to take a chance on. And if nothing else, they're a funny pair of shoes that I'm telling you guys about. So there's some dust up in here. I'm gonna have to clean them, but yeah, I'm excited to see what these sell for. They are a women's size 7, and yeah, funny shoes. If you know what their purpose is, tell me below. I'm interested to hear. Alright, next up, this is the brand Echo. Just some women's silver and gray sneakers. No tie. They're a 39, size 39. They don't put their US sizing on these shoes, so I'm not sure what it comes out to. I think it's either an 8 or 9. But yeah, these will probably sell around $35 to $40 shipped. Right, we got some little baby Jordans. I think these are the Jumpman model, which I have a few other pairs for sale which they haven't sold yet, so these ones take a while to sell for me for some reason. But again, when they're a couple bucks, I pick them up, put them in my shop, they sell eventually, so probably get at least $20 shipped on those. Right, these are another pair of Echo. So I'm used to selling the Echo shoes that are like leather, more like of a dress shoe, but the two that I've just showed you are more of like a sneaker, so I'm not too sure. But again, these are a size 40, so probably a 9 or a 10, and I think I'll probably get 35 to 40 shipped on them. Alright, next up, these are some Teva. I don't even know what you call this model. It reminds me of like a Chelsea boot, although I don't know if you'd really call this a boot. It does say that these are waterproof leather. So the soles on these look like almost not even worn. However, the leather has some markings on it. That could just be from storage, I guess. So yeah, these are a women's size 7, and I'm not sure what to price them at yet. I'll have to check those out, but you know, most Teva sandals I can get 30 bucks out of, so hoping maybe even a little more since these are more of a substantial shoe. Alright, next up, I was super excited to find these. Hoka 1-1s are one of my favorite things to sell. Just some very lightweight on the bottoms, but these are in super good shape. And they are a men's size 12. At the very least, I'm going to get probably 60 bucks for these. I'm probably going to list them closer to 80 and see what happens. Alright, next up, these are some Dance Go open back clogs. Size 41, which I think is a 10.5 to 11, but don't quote me on that. I haven't sold this model ever, but most Dance Goes I can get at least 40 bucks out of, so I'm going to hope for 40 on these and see what happens. Alright, next up, these are some Adidas Samba. This is a shoe I love to sell. I've sold it many times. These are in like super good shape. I wish that they were closer to my kid's size. I would just keep them, but they are a 4.5 youth, so quite a long hoard for my kids that are still in toddler sizes. So I sold a pair of these last week in a size 2 youth for 35 shipped, so I might price these at 40 shipped and see what happens. Alright, we got another pair of A6. These are a women's size 8. I really liked the color combo on these. They're like purple with mint green and some black, so yep, I'll probably get right around 35 to 40 on those guys. And like you guys can see, most of these shoes, you know, sell in that $35–40 range. I don't find a ton of great awesome shoes, but you know, then I sometimes find a pair of Hokas, and yeah, I mean, these are all gonna make me a good enough profit, and I pick up all the normal brands. Like these A6 are gonna sell all the time. Like people are always looking for A6, so I don't leave the stuff behind just because I'm only gonna make $10 or $15 off of them. I pick them all up because I'm already at the thrift store. Why not? Alright, next up, these are some Sanuk boat shoes, men's size 13. They're a little dirty on the rubber. I might wipe them down before listing, and I'll probably get $25 to $30 for them. Alright, we got some men's Choco flip-flop sandals. Choco is one of my favorite brands to sell. Normally I like to find the strappy sandals, but the flip-flops are good too. I've sold a few pairs. They don't go for quite as much. I'll probably get around $30 shipped on them. And they were, did I already say men's 11? If not. Sorry, I'm out of view here. Alright, so we got two pairs of Vans, skate high. These are a like black leather. I don't know if they're actually leather. They just feel like maybe a faux leather. And these are a 2.5, so a kid's youth 2.5. Probably at least get $25 out of them. This is a good style for Vans for me. And then these ones I'll actually might just keep for my son. Again, they cost me just a few dollars, and if it can keep him from ruining, from buying him like more expensive shoes, I'm happy to do it. And these are some nice shoes that I would buy brand new for him anyway, so yeah, if I did sell them, they'd sell between $25 to $30 as well. Alright, we are on the last pair today, which is a new to me brand. So if you've ever sold this, let me know your experience in the comments, but I think it's La Sportiva. I don't know. So I picked these up and I could just tell that they were nice by mostly the tread on the bottom. They look like a trail or like a hiking shoe, which is always a good sign. And then like on the inside they say like ortholite and ergonomic, so those kinds of words give me a clue that they're a good quality shoe at least. So I think when I looked them up that they were selling in the $50 range, but we'll see. So yeah, I can't really make out these are women's 9, so yeah, if you've sold these before, let me know in the comments what they sold for, how long you had them before they sold. If you wear these personally, let me know how you like them. I'm always curious to learn new brands like this. So that is it for today's thrift haul. You guys, thanks for watching so much. If you don't already subscribe, please hit that subscribe button. I make these videos pretty often these days, and also what solds every day. We're trying to do like in-store, like thrift videos and stuff, but right now it's still hard because one of us has to stay home with the kids. We don't want to bring them into all the stores, so yeah, if they ever go back to school, probably maybe not till January, but we'll be doing more videos like that. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.